good job here, and I don't think I can be judged by the injuries this year. You have to judge from totality, from beginning to end. The leadership that we have is really elite, and you'll see next year when our team comes back, we're going to be competing for a championship.
Those, along with defense wins championships, feel like a categorical example of famous last words from Nico Harrison. He is the general manager no more in Dallas less than a year after his earth-shattering trade of Luka Doncic after an NBA Finals appearance. 3-8 start to the season certainly didn't quiet the fire Nico courses either. Nico was appointed Mavericks GM in June of 2021. His first 3 were about as good as it gets. 2 conference finals appearances and 3 All-NBA first-team selections for Luka Doncic. In 2023, Harrison traded for Kyrie Irving, which led to an NBA Finals run just 1 year later. The future looked bright in Dallas until February 2nd, 2025, the blockbuster late-night trade. Doncic, the 25-year-old reigning scoring champion who just led the team to the finals, shipped off to L.A. in exchange for Anthony Davis. Fan backlash was immediate. Protests outside the American Airlines Center and Fire Nico chants at home games. The wheels came off fast. AD strained his adductor in Dallas' first home game after the trade, sidelining him for 6 weeks. Kyrie Irving tore his ACL, all while that familiar chant never subsided. Monday, Mavs owner Patrick Dumont was seen apologizing for the trade to a fan in a Doncic Lakers jersey. A day later, Nico Harrison is fired. Tim McMahon has more on the bad vibes.
They felt like there was a home court disadvantage. It's almost like a 5-game homestand, a home to start the season, a home-heavy piece of schedule in the first month of the season was a curse. You know, a player said to somebody that I know, these people don't want us to win. They felt that. They heard that. The negativity just loomed in the air. It was not a tenable or healthy type of situation. Nico Harrison was the primary focal point for the fans, the anger that they had for him. And that's just a miserable existence for the players. They can turn the page now. There won't be Fire Nico chants. But you know, there's also not a roster put together here that is positioned to contend in the Western Conference, clearly.
So Mavs fans get what they want, and we get what we want in Perk back here on SportsCenter. I see you shaking your head. Is that just a summation of your reaction to this Nico Harrison fire and Perk?
You know what? I'm Latoya Luckett at the moment. I'm torn between the two, and here's why. One is because Nico, I feel bad for him because we weren't able to see the full roster on the floor healthy. Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, Gafford, see those guys on the floor and see it play out. 2, when you trade an international superstar, you have no room for error. And make no mistake about it, the Dallas Mavericks, the fan base, the organization, the ownership group, they were watching Luka and the Lakers every move. And if people don't think that this hot start that the Lakers they got off to, Luka leading the league in scoring right now, he's looking great. Didn't play a part in this, they're crazy. But again, you look at this situation, Anthony Davis is out, Kyrie is out with an ACL injury. You feel bad for Nico. And to be honest with you, it's going to go down as probably the dumbest trade in NBA history.
Listen, you're not going to get no argument from me because it, frankly, just stupefied everybody across the NBA fandom world, man. Bert, we appreciate it as always, partner.
Appreciate you, man.
Look, man, it's the wrong kind.
To the team's 3-7 record, and that might have general manager Nico Harrison on the hot seat. According to NBA reporter Mark Stein, with the Mavericks already in a significant hole when it comes to simply reaching the playoffs, league sources tell me that the rising and virtuous ceaseless negativity that surrounds the franchise is indeed wearing on the troubling ownership. If Dumont eventually concludes that a midstream change is the best course, it's believed that he would be taken not only for his vibe shift potential and as means to try to win back alienated fans, but also based on the premise that the front office executive who concede the push that widely criticized Luka deal can no longer be the one trying to pilot the organization past it. Now we blame Nico. Everybody knows. Ain't no general manager going to ownership. Yes.
I came from up top. Why they trying to? He took the fall for it.
Thank you.
He's the face of it. He know that was their call. How come he can't come out and say nothing?
Nah, the same reason Roger Goodell don't say anything with them owners when he take all the blame. He get booed every draft, doesn't he, Ocho? He ain't made not one ruling that them owners hadn't been behind.
Yeah, but it's getting ridiculous. Now reports coming out, and when reports like this come out, those reports are coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, where there's fire, there's smoke. But obviously, we know who creates the goddamn smoke.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. But yeah, I can't get what you're saying.
Oh, well, I said it backwards.
Because obviously, there's
bad.
fire, there's going to be smoke. But so obviously, when there's smoke, there's fire.
Right.
Yeah,
my bad.
We get it. We know what you meant. We know what you meant, Ocho.
Hey, yeah. Hey, you know, hey, listen, I be talking 100 miles an hour, so I be trying to get it out. But come on, if I were Nico, man, I'd be like, man, listen, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. This is something I didn't want to do. This was what y'all wanted to do. I was the face of it. I took it all in, and now the fact that fans are upset. Nothing is working out right now. We're losing as a team. Luka over there cutting up.
The fool. He dropped 36 tonight against Charlotte.
Hey, he acting a fool, and now y'all want to talk about firing me? Nah, F that. It was your call. It was your call. And hey, I blame everything on management. I'll tell the truth, and I'll drop the mic and resign. Y'all want to keep all this playing around with my integrity and my character. Like this was my call and what I wanted to do. A generational talent. You let a generational, not just know anybody.
Yeah, he's transcendent.
A franchise altering player.
Luka, you talk about the guy that's a five-time first-team All-NBA selection, All-Star every single year, Rookie of the Year. The problem that you have is that the Lakers are off to such a great start. Luka is doing what Luka does, and you're off to a bad start. Kyrie's not there. Anthony Davis not there. So your team is really not. I mean, what Nico is saying, let's judge me on when we're healthy. We get this team assembled. You still need need a point guard. Cooper Flag is not a point guard. I don't care what just because he can dribble the ball, that don't make him a point guard. He used to having people get him the ball. He's not used to facilitating an offense. Now, it'll be interesting to see when Kyrie comes back, if Kyrie comes back in January, February, if he comes back, what they look like.
Right.
Excuse me. How soon can AD gets back? But, you know, with AD injury history, even though I get it, Luka caused you some concern. You know, you can worried about his weight getting up and down. I get all that. But given AD injury history, I'd have been very, very hesitant to do this deal. And also because you didn't open it up. You could have got more than Anthony Davis.
Okay.
I mean, you got Anthony Davis in a pick. Max Christie. I don't look. I'm more familiar with the inner workings of a football team than a basketball team.
As opposed to basketball,
but I've not heard one person say they would have done this deal other than Nico.
Nobody would. And Nico know good and goddamn well he's not the reason the deal got done. He was just the face of it. And I wish ownership would do exactly what their title says. Own up to it.
Can't do that.
That makes no sense.
I mean, to get Luka, you ask for AD, you ask for AR, you ask for Christie, and I asked for a first-round pick.
Yeah.
Look at AR. AR was like coming into the this week. He was like the fifth or sixth leading scorer in the NBA. Getting buckets. Getting buckets.
Hey,
Luka is Luka. Luka's Luka. Let's. But it looks worse and worse by the day. It does. Looks worse and worse by the day.
Yeah. Only because they're not healthy though. Kyrie's out, AD's out.
But here's the thing: is it going to be too little, too late by the time they get back and get healthy?
Probably. Probably with the way their season started, with the way the Mavs season has started, it probably will be too late.
Yeah. And, they say AD put on a little extra weight. I don't know. I mean, he wasn't going to. I don't get why he did that, Ocho, because he was going to play the 4. He didn't like playing the 5. So now they're going to have Lively playing the 5. They're going to have a Gafford playing the 5. He was going to be the 4. So he didn't really need the extra weight.
Now, when we talk about extra weight, we talk about extra weight muscle or extra weight
It don't matter.
fat?
His body ain't used to carry it.
Yeah.
Ocho, he ain't in his 20s. AD got to be, what, 31? 32? You experiment a little bit of stuff. Normally, when you get older, you take weight off. You don't put weight. You don't put weight on. You try that when you're young. In your 20s, you experiment. Okay, I can play. I need a couple of pounds. I'm gonna bang. But you're the 4.
Right.
You said you didn't like playing the 5. You kept reiterating to the Lakers you wanted them to get a 5. You played your best when they had JaVale with the Lakers. You were at your absolute best when they had JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard playing the 5, and you were the 4 full time. Now, late in the ball game, last 5 minutes of the ball game, you slid to the 5. LeBron slid to the 4 and said, "Let's go." But doesn't make any sense to me. Luka look good. I know it's early. We'll see how, let's see what he looks like in February and March as the season starts to wind and, you on the road for a week or two, 7 to 10 days at a time. We'll see. But right now he looks very, very well. And even when he was, not at his best physically and condition-wise, he's still dropping 30, balling. Giving you 33, 34, 35 a night. But it doesn't look good unless Kyrie comes back and it's still the same Kyrie. AD comes back and he's the same AD and Cooper Flag is what they believe he's going to be. This thing could age possibly. I mean, horribly. It really could, Ocho.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the fact, and listen, the owners know it can age horribly. That's why they starting the fire now. It ain't nothing but a little flame now. Just a little flame. And the more they lose, the bigger it's gonna get.
Clay is not shooting the ball well. You hear rumbling that potentially, like he potentially they're looking for a potential trade partner with him. He's shooting.
Damn.
He's shooting like 30% from the floor. I think like 18% from 3. Ain't got nobody giving him the ball.
Yeah, but he's not used to having the ball in his hands. Or creating space off a dribble.
Y'all keep in the chat. Y'all do realize LeBron James now is the only player in the NBA that has a no trade. The Lakers can't trade him if they wanted to. He would have to green light anything. There were 2 players that had a no trade, Bradley Beal and LeBron James. So I know now all of a sudden everybody want LeBron to go, trade LeBron, this and that. I get all of that. But unless LeBron wants to leave, now after this season, he's a free agent. But right now, you can't do anything.
The people in the chat are saying trade LeBron. Trade him where?
I think probably the only place that he'd be willing to go is Golden State, play with Steph.
Get him one more ring, huh?
I think that's really the only place I could see him wanting to go that gives him a realistic chance at a championship. So we'll see. But I think the thing is that because AD is hurt, Kyrie, maybe in January, maybe February, maybe after the All-Star game, Kyrie comes back. We don't know.
Right.
He hasn't said anything. They haven't given a timeline on his return. Who knows? Maybe he missed the entire 2025 season and doesn't come back until they start the 26 season. But I don't know if Nico could survive that long.
Yeah.
Because they're not good enough. Cooper Flag is good, but Cooper Flag is not